Welcome to the Pub Sports Radio NHL Play of the Day for Thursday, January 28th. I am Ian Cameron, hopefully ready to provide another winning wager on NHL hockey action tonight taking place on this Thursday card. We're going to look at the matchup between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Boston Bruins for tonight's Play of the Day. We've got Boston minus 125, home favorites, the total 5.5. Pretty much even money across the board. I'm going to focus on the total here in tonight's Penguins-Bruins game for the play of the day on this slate. Pittsburgh's blue line, very much an injury-riddled mess going into this game tonight. Brian Dumoulin, one of their better defensemen, injured in the last game between these two teams, the Bruins and the Penguins. Had to leave the game, did not return. He is not going to be available tonight for the Penguins. They are already without Yannick Weber, Marcus Pettersson, Juuso Riikola, and Mike Matheson on the blue line. So you're suddenly going to have three inexperienced defensemen, three non-regular defensemen on this blue line tonight for the Penguins. And when I see cluster injuries along the blue line for any NHL team, my first thought is look for sloppiness, look for turnovers, look for miscues, breakdowns in coverage, breakdowns in communication, because you've got defensemen that are paired up with other defensemen that they're not used to playing with, so that cohesion isn't there. And that's where we could see the Penguins defense run into some trouble tonight. And I think they could be susceptible to giving up goals against a reinvigorated and revitalized Boston Bruins offense that has scored 3 goals or more in 3 straight games and has found their footing in terms of putting the puck in the net after they struggled out of the gate to score goals. That isn't the case right now for the Bruins. I think they can capitalize and take advantage of this shorthanded and depleted Penguins blue line. But on the flip side, I think Pittsburgh will find the back of the net too. They get the break and the benefit of going up. I don't want to say it like he's a bad goalie, but Tuukka Rask to me has played very well this season. Yaroslav Halak, though, will be the netminder tonight for the Bruins. He's still very capable, but he didn't play all that great in the bubble last year. And the Penguins' offense, to me, is probably in a spot where, and Mike Sullivan said it yesterday, we're going to have to find ways to score, if we're going to win games now with the injuries on defense. So I think there's an onus to really drive the offense, be aggressive, maybe pinch in if you can. Just do extra little things to try to get the offense ramped up. It'll help Pittsburgh if Evgeny Malkin gets going. He's had a tough start to the season, but, Sidney Crosby has played well early on offensively. Brian Rust, Jake Gensel, Jason Zucker, Kasperi Kapanen got on the scoreboard in the first game against Boston. Those guys have found the back of the net and chipped in offensively. Teddy Bluger also has scored, and Jared McCann as well, getting some offense from that third line. I think that's going to be important tonight against the Boston Bruins, and I would expect them to really ramp things up in terms of north-south hockey, end-to-end pace hockey, really try to open up the game, because against Boston, in their 3-2 loss on Tuesday night, it showed that if they play in a slower-paced game and allow the Bruins to dictate terms, that's when things could get a little bit tough sledding for the Penguins. And plus, they've been bemoaning the fact that they've gotten off to slow starts in every game. They've fallen behind. They've given up the first goal in every game. Penguins are talking about trying to really start fast and play from ahead, play with the lead, instead of always falling behind and having to chase the game after that, which has been an issue this season for the Penguins. So I think they're going to try to come into this game with an aggressive offensive mindset. Put it all together, the total is only 5.5, and it's pretty much even money right now. I think it's worth it to look over the total here. Penguins and Bruins, still 11-4, by the way, the over in the last 15 head-to-head meetings between these two teams. Let's go with Pittsburgh, Boston, over 5.5, minus 105. That's going to be my Pub Sports Radio NHL Play of the Day for Thursday, January 28th. I'm Ian Cameron. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with you on Saturday for another edition of the Pub Sports Radio NHL Play of the Day.